Hey, welcome back to Evil's Comics. I'm Evil Mike, and another review for you. This is DC Comics Robin, issue number 7. It's written by Joshua Williams. We got art by Gleb, Melnikov, and Max Dunbar, and then we got colors by Guierrero, and it says ALW's Troy Peteri. Um, For those of you who have not been reading Robin, and we are at issue number 7, what the heck are you doing? Go back and read some Robin. No, I'm joking with you. But in a nutshell, this has been a like Mortal Kombat style fighter setup, right? And they are on Lazarus Island in the Lazarus tournament, held by Mother Lazarus, and we are basically it's the final round of the tournament, and we found out that the beginning part of the tournament, like, you had to die twice, and the final time you died and got resurrected, because on this island, they're at Lazarus Island, and it has the potential of resurrecting you. So now that everybody has died, the last round of the tournament has started, and it's the same thing. They have 3 lives, and the last one is a permadeath kind of thing. And it's all the way down to the last 2, and I think by the time this issue starts out, we're down to like the last 4 being like Ravager and Hawk and Robin and Respawn. The last, and that's kind of where we were caught up at. And this issue starts out, and it kind of ended with Robin and Respawn, and we know that Robin kind of used Respawn. It looked like he did take a massive hit with one of Respawn's chains into his back, but we saw that it was just a part of the plot for Robin to get close to Mother Lazarus to steal the book that she's been wielding around, so he can try and find out what she's been up to. So it does start kind of rewinding that situation a little bit, and we do find out that it's exactly what Robin had planned to do, and and just states to Respawn that what Flatline was basically telling him earlier about that without his chains he's kind of nothing. He does get real close up to Respawn, and he almost takes off his mask or her mask, because it almost looks like it could be a girl at the same time. But we do get to see this stuff up to here, and it is a character with white hair. We know the only one that I can think of is Ravager, and we know it's not Ravager, but I'm kind of thinking it's like a Robin clone. The fact that his name is Respawn kind of thing. But those are just my speculations or guesses of who it would be as a clone of Damian Wayne. We've seen clones of Damian Wayne. Talia usually keeps a couple, clone, older versions of Damian close at hand with her. So it wouldn't be out of the realm to find out that Respawn is actually just maybe a more a different version of a Damian clone. But in this process, with him trying to take off, Respawn's mask, Respawn kind of jumps towards the mask to pull it down, and as he does, they're fighting next to a cliff face, and Robin just basically kicks, Damian kicks him off the cliff, and he falls to his death, with a big splat as he hits the rocks below. We do see him with the book for seconds, and then before that incident, so he was able to kind of look through the book, and then all that happens with the Respawn thing. He goes back to look for the book. As he does, Mother Lazarus has already got the book back, and her henchmen are there. And it's kind of where we get the main meat of the story, because with him getting the book, he has found it kind of her plot, and kind of revealed the secret of what's going on. But we do find out that Mother Lazarus is his great grandmother. She is the mother to Ra's al Ghul. I think her pronunciation is al Ghul or something like that. Don't quote me, I'm bad with names. But she does have a Ra's al Ghul real sounding name. But we do find out that great, that's his grandmother, great grandmother, and that she has been alive because of the Lazarus pits. At one time she did die, and recently she has been resurrected. But we do find out about the island, that the reason why she's holding the tournament there is because she needs all the death. The island feeds off the death, and every time there's a death on the island, there's like some like maybe part of the soul that gets siphoned off or something like that. But it just shows an energy leaving the person and going into the island. But it's not something the person physically sees. It's but that's basically what she has been trying to do. That with every death, it brings more power to the island, kind of thing. And she has more, hidden plot on why she wants that to happen, and we don't get that far. So at this point, basically Damien's stating that that he's going to stop her from, completing the tournament and stop people from dying. She does state that while they were on this specific part of the island, that there is no death, that even if, no matter how you die, you're going to get resurrected, even if they don't dip you in the in a pool, or per se, because it's all around them, and the plants and everything is just infused into the island. And because they do show at the same time that he's having this conversation, Respawn down at the bottom of the cliff face, he's kind of reanimating and coming back to life. While the conversation is going on, we do find out that, but like I kind of already mentioned, that all the other contestants have been taken out. Now that Robin has taken out, Respawn, we are getting with the last other contestants, which would be, Ravager and Hawk, and we do see that that Hawk easily takes out Ravager, and when Robin walks up, basically, like, Hawk has already taken out Ravager by the time the whole conversation in his fight with Respawn. There is one other fighter that kind of appears at the end, that she has not lost her last death, that is Flatline. And we go back to the beginning of the book. It's made to seem like those are the last two fights, and it's not just me forgetting it. Flatline does kind of walk out of nowhere, and she's like, hey, I haven't died yet. But she does, it's like right at the end of Hawk and Ravager's fight, but that's when Flatline and Robin basically start fighting. Robin telling her that, that the first time that they fought, if she chooses to do so, and he's trying to stop the fighting. At this point, he knows that any more deaths, the island and whatever she's planning, great-grandmother Al Ghul, whatever she's trying to do, that each death just helps whatever she's trying to do. So she's stating to Flatline that they need to stop, and and she's taking it like he's trying to trick her, which, but anyway, so they do start fighting, and during the fight, he states that it's not going to be that easy and stuff, and she's like, well, I kind of took it easy on you, and she does kind of commence to whooping Damien's ass, to the point where it gets to one part, and she even like breaks this part of his arm as they are fighting, and it looks like, that's it. There is a crowd while this is going on, it being a tournament and stuff, and they do show that, like, as she has his arm like this and it's all broken, and she's about to go in with her Flatline, and she has this ability to punch out your heart or something. But as she goes up for that move, that's when, of course, Damien kind of, kicks in with his badassery, and he ends up like kind of taking her out, it looks like, and he ends up he kind of ends up like kicking her, and she ends up like going into a wall. The wall ends up crumbling, and we do see that because of all this, it does end up killing her, because they show like heartbeats as it's going on, and they kind of go into the whole, like, how they were kind of falling in love, or maybe kind of maybe not falling in love, but kind of like leading up to the relationship status kind of thing. And it's kind of a heartbreaking scene with Robin like over Flatline, and he didn't want to kill her, but at the same time she was about to kill him, kind of thing. At the very end, Mother just walks up, and she kind of states that you know, that she's achieved enough deaths and this and that, and you know, at this point it's kind of like dumb to even try and stop what she's got going on. And again, Robin's like, no, I'm not going to stop, I'm going to stop you. And well, she's like, hey, the fight's not over, and we go back to who won the other round, and that's Hawk. So and that's where this issue leaves off, is the like a whole slew of assassin members around Robin and Hawk to finish off the tournament. um, I mean, this whole series, for one, has been, every issue has been stellar art. Every issue has been excitedly good with action, comedy, a little bit of the romance. You know, I've loved Robin. It's a great story. It is continuity. It's happening on the sidelines while Fear State is going on, and I'm kind of, I have a hint and a guess on where this is leading, and I'm kind of really excited. In my honest opinion, I think Damien's about to take over the League of Assassins, and they're building up to that. Um, Currently in the comics, Ra's al Ghul is not he is not the leader of the League of Assassins, and it's kind of up in the air. You know, it's kind of gone between different members, and with the grandmother Al Ghul like currently leading it, I have to assume after he beats her. But hey, that's my review, and you know, and did you read this? Are you reading Robin? I know a lot of people are. It's a big comic, so let me know down below, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, guys.